Welcome back to the logical reasoning sessions of CUET. Let's go with some of the interesting questions today. The first question what you have on the board, it looks like what? Certain code language. So it's what? A coding decoding question. So let's start with gold. Gold is HPME. So look at that, G is coded as H, so it's plus 1, G plus 1. So G is 7, position value is 7, and H is 8. So, well, 7 plus 1 is 8. And, well, next one, O is what, 15, 15 plus 1. 15 plus 1, how much is that? 16, so P is 16. So again, L plus 1 is M, and D plus 1 is E. So that's, G is coded as the next letter, O is coded as the next letter, and L is coded as next letter, etc. And we have the similar pattern for fake. Fake is written as GBLF. So F is coded as G, A is coded as B, etc. So we got the pattern. Once you get the pattern, look at soap. Soap, S must be coded as the next letter. What is the next letter? S must be coded as T. So the first letter of the answer is T. So third answer choice is out. That cannot be the answer. And second, well, O. O is coded as what? P. So O is coded as P. So TP. So TB is out. So there are two answer choices starting from TP. Next one, what do you have? A. A must be coded as B. So, well, answer is TPBQ. This one is TPQB. So that's not correct. So answer choice D. All right, so let's look at next question here. Select the correct combination of mathematical signs to replace the signs at the star mark. So each star mark must be represented by a mathematical sign. So we have choices given here. And of course, once you input the right answer choice with the symbols, you get the equation balanced. So the only thing what we can do here is trial and error, nothing else, because we have no idea which one is going to be the correct, right? So trial and error. Start with A, answer choice A. So how do we do that? Answer choice A. Answer choice A, 64, well, into 64 into the first position what you have is minus. So 64, this is star, right? Instead of star we have minus. Then that's 4, next one is plus, 4 plus 3. So 4 plus 3, then we have what? 71, right? So 71. After 3, what do you have? Next symbol, multiplication. So it is 71. Then we have, what is it? Here, it's equal to what? 19. Then 19 into, well, into means, well, that's a star mark. So instead of star mark, what we have is minus. Then minus, well, 19 minus 5. Then next star mark, what do you have? Again, multiplication. Multiplication 43. So 19 minus 5 into 43, right? So 5 into 43, it's approximately what? 200, right? And how much is here? So 64, apply BODMAS. Always when you come across these kind of questions, apply BODMAS. So 4 plus, that is plus, so we don't need the bracket there. So this is 3 into 71. Well, 3 into 71, how much is that? 3 into 71, that's 200 and something, right? So, well, 64 minus 4 is 60, so 200 and something, 200 and, how much is that? 213, 13 plus 60, right? So here we have a negative value. So when you compare these two, we don't get both sides of the equation balanced. We don't get it. So first one cannot be the answer. Now let's take a look at second one. 64, and this is plus, 64 plus 4, and this is equal to what we have 3. Then we have next one, it's multiplication, 71, then divided by 19, then minus what, 5, then plus 43. Again, 64 plus 4, that's going to be 68. And the right hand side, how much is 213 divided by 19? And this part is what? Minus 5 plus 43. So 68 is it equal to this number here. So check it out. 213 divided by 19. How much is that? 213 divided by 19. How many times? One time, right? 19. So balance is what? 223. So it's going to be a fraction. So here we have what? What we are going to get is 68. 68 and this side is going to be a fraction. So it's not going to be the equal, right? It's not going to be equal both sides. So next try we have answer choice C. Answer choice C, what you have is 64 and then its multiplication 4. Then we have addition, that's 3. Then we have equal to 71. Then minus 19, then multiplication 5, then minus again 43. So here 19 into 5, how much is that? 95, right? 20 into 5 is 100, 19 into 5 is 95. So 71 and this is minus 95, this is minus 43. So right hand side is going to be negative, left hand side it's positive. So both sides is not going to be equal. So definitely we have checked first one, second one, third one. It's not the answer. So naturally the last one is going to be the answer. For exam point of view, you don't need to verify it. But as a practice, if you want to verify this, go ahead and verify. So how do we verify? Let's try this. 64, then it's divided by 4, then it's plus 3, then equal to what? 71 minus 19 multiplication 5, then plus 43. Let's check it out. 64 divided by 4 according to the board mass, division first. There is no bracket, so division first. So 64 by 4 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19. So right hand side 71 minus 19 into 5, it's 95 plus 43. So well, 71 plus 43. How much is that? 114, right? 114 and minus 95. So 95 and 114, what's the difference? 19 is the difference. So left hand side 19, right hand side is 19 as well. 71 plus 43, that is going to be plus 114. And this is minus 95. Satisfied. So this few seconds we have invested for checking out the last answer choice. You can save that time in the exam because last answer choice is going to be the correct answer. Because we have checked 1, 2 and 3, so the last answer choice is the correct answer. Without checking it, you can confirm. Number 3. Look at it. Pointing to a woman in a picture, Taran said, she is the mother of the father-in-law of my husband. Okay, so Taran said, so Taran's husband. So it looks like Taran is a female because Taran says it's her husband. And well, that pointing to a woman in the picture, Taran said she is the mother of the father-in-law. So this is father-in-law, L-A-W. Father-in-law of my husband. Her husband's father-in-law. Husband's father-in-law is Taran's father. Taran's father. And that lady is what? She is the mother of Taran's father-in-law. Taran's husband's father-in-law. Okay, that means that lady is Taran's father's mother. Father's mother. That means Taran's what? Grandmother. And what is the question? How is Taran related to that woman? So from that woman's point of view, who is Taran? From Taran's point of view, that woman is the grandmother. And from that woman's point of view, Taran is who? Granddaughter. So Taran is a female, so we know that it's granddaughter. Confirmed. So that's question number 3. The answer is what? Second answer choice, granddaughter. Now here, the second number in the given pairs is obtained by performing certain mathematical operations on the first number. Same operations are followed in all the number pairs. except 1. So we need to find the one which is different from the group except 1. Find that odd number pair. That means odd number means find that one which is different. Odd one out means we are not really picking the odd number, because odd one means the one which is different from the group. Probably you must have noticed that we have done so many questions similar to this in the previous discussions. All right, look at it. 3 and 7. What is the connection? 3 and 7. 15 and 63. 8 and 26. 23 and 124. Well, 3 and 7, the difference. If you take the difference is what? 4. Difference is 4. We'll take it this way. This is 4. And here 15 and 63, what's the difference? 15 and 63. 48. So difference is 48. And here, let me write it here so you get a clear idea. Differences are 4, 48. And here the difference is what? 18. And here the difference is what? 100. So, is there any number is different from other numbers? That means differences. Well, this is 4. 4 is what? 2 square. 48. 48 is an even number. It's not a perfect square. 18, again, it's an even number. It's not a perfect square. 100 is 10 square. So, 2 of them are perfect squares and 2 of them are not perfect squares. All of them are even numbers. So, we are not really getting any such pattern from there, right? Okay, so what else we have? Any other possibility? We need to consider the other possibilities what we have. 15 and 7. Well, 3 and 7. 3 and 7, we can take it as what? 3. This is 3 square minus 2. And look at 15. 15, if you take it that way, this must be 15 square minus 2. 15 square minus 2 is 225 minus 2, 223. But what is given here is 63. So that doesn't work. What else? Anything else? Any other pattern possible? Three and, well, 7, right? So 7 is what? 2 cube minus 1. So 3 and this is 2 cube minus 1. Same way, 15 and what? This is 3, this is 2. So 14 cube. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 15 and 14 cube minus 1. What is 14 cube minus 1? How much is 14 cube? That's a relatively large number. Anybody knows what is 14 cube? Well, 12 cube is 1728. 13 cube is 2197. So 14 cube is something more than that. What is it to 14 cube? 2744. 2744. What is given to us is 63. Doesn't work. Okay, so we have to think about something else. How about like a multiplication possibility? 3 and 7. 3 into something is 7. 3 into 2, 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so that's 7. How about like 15? 15 into something, 15 into what? 4, 15 into 4. And what we need, 15 into 4 is 60. What we need to get is 63. Well, 15 into 4 is 60 plus 3. That's 63. So we need to multiply this first number with a with a number, a single digit here. So what is it? 2. So 3 into 2, then we have to add a number which is less than this 2. So 3 into 2 plus 2 minus 1 is 1. So 3 into 2. So it is something like we can create a pattern there. 3 into n plus n minus 1. And here 15 into 4 plus 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, that is perfectly all right. So these two pairs follow that pattern. So we have to look at the other pairs, other pairs as well. 8. 8 is what? 8 into how much is 26? 8 into 3 is 24 into 3 plus So multiply by a number. So multiply by n plus n minus 1 must be added. So multiply by 3, then 3 minus 1 is 2. So what do you get? 8 into 3 is 24 plus 2, what? 26. Good. So three of these pairs are in that pattern. Multiply with a number, then add a number which is 1 less than the number you have used for multiplication. So into 2 plus 1, into 4 plus 3, into 3 plus 2. And how about 23? Does it follow the same pattern? 23 must be multiplied by something, and what we need to get is 123, right? 123. 23 approximately what? 23, and this is 123. 25 into 25 is 125, right? So 23 into 5, how much is that? 23 into 5? 20 into 5, 100. 3 into 5, 15. So 115. So 115 plus how much is 123? 115 plus 8. So into 5 plus 8. So all these cases into n plus n minus 1. Into n, n minus 1. Into n, n minus 1. Here it's into 5 plus n plus 3. So this one doesn't follow the pattern. So the answer, the last answer choice, 23 and 123. That pair is different from others. So that's a bit tricky question. I'm pretty sure some of you have that answer from the beginning itself. That means within a few seconds after you see that question, right? Some of you must have struggled with that question as well. Anyhow, so this is what it is. Some of the questions are this way, and this is, each brain is unique. You know that, right? So some of the questions that would be pretty easy for you, and some other type of questions that would be little difficult for you. No need to worry about it. If for A these kind of questions are difficult, then for A syllogism questions must be easy. For B these questions are easy. For B syllogism questions would be slightly different. So individual to individual, those areas you are feeling easy and you are finding it difficult would be different. Number 5, question number 5. Which of the following numbers will replace the question mark in the given series? And this one. Select the option that is related to third word in the same way as the second word is related to the first word. The words must be considered as meaningful English words and must not be related to each other based on the number of letters or number of consonants or vowels, etc. So cow and bull, mice and what? Cow and bull, mice and what? Okay, so what is cow and bull? Cow, it's a female cattle. Bull is what? Male cattle. Bull is male cattle. If that's the case, mice and what? So mice, is it a female animal? So you know the rodents, right? Mouse, mice, all those cool things, right? Okay, so mice, is it a female? And which is the male of that? So here cat. Well, cat is going, it's not the male of the rodent mice, right? So cat is not the answer, fox is not the answer, dog is not the answer. So the only possibility what we have, mouse. So it looks like what? Mice is a female and mouse is the male, but it is not the case. So female rodent, it's known as doe, D-O-E, and the male one is buck. So this mice and mouse, it's actually, it's singular and plural. So that is not, the question is not perfect. However, among the answer choice, the best answer choice what you have is this one. So no need to worry about the perfection of the question. The best answer, what you can find out here, this is the answer. Sometimes, since when they find this question is not perfect, they may cancel this question in the actual exam. That may happen. But anyhow, it is not logically, that question is not perfect. So be aware of it. And we look at that question. one of the question we have skipped here, right? So the number series question. Look at that question. 4, 9, 17. So 4, 9, 17, 30, 50, 81, 125. What's the next number? The first thing that may come to our mind is differences, right? So look at the differences. What is the difference here? 5, 4, and 9. The difference is 5. And 9 and 8, 17, the difference is 8. And 17 and 30, the difference is 13. And 30 and 50, the difference is 20. And 50 and 81, the difference is 31. And 81 and 125, the difference is what? 44, right? What is the next number in the series? So here 5, 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, 20 plus 11 is 31, etc. That's the way it goes. Do we get an answer from that? Think about it. Or you think about like what? 4 is what? 2 square, 9 is what? 3 square. However, 17 is not a square, not a perfect square, so it is 4 square plus 1. 30 is what? 5 square plus 5, and 50 is 7 square plus 1. However, that doesn't give us any pattern. Now, what you have to think about these numbers here. Is there a peculiarity for those numbers? We have taken the differences of 4, 9, 17, 30, 50, etc. Now we got the differences. Now what we have to do is take the differences of differences. That means 5 and 8 take the difference. How much? 3. 8 and 13, the difference is 5. 13 and 20, the difference is 7. And 20 and 31, the difference is 11. And 31 and 44, the difference is 13. So what's the peculiarity of this number is written in white color? 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. These are consecutive prime numbers starting from 3. So next prime number is going to be 17. So 44 plus 17. How much is that? 44 plus 17? That is 61. Correct? So the next difference is going to be 61. Next actual difference. 61. So 125 plus 61 is going to be the answer. So 125 plus 60, that's 185. Plus 1, 186. So the answer right here, 186. All right, question number 7. Question number 7, 2 different positions of the same dice are shown. Well, the 6 faces of which are numbered from 11 to 16. So 11 to 16 means what? The faces are numbered 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many numbers are here? 6 numbers. So 6 faces for a die, for that dice. Okay, select the number that will be on the face opposite to the one showing 12. The one showing 12 is here, and which is going to be opposite. What is given here? 2 different positions of the same dice. This is same dice, but 2 different positions. And when you compare these 2 dice, what you see? 15 is common here. These 2 dice, 2 images, that's 2 images of the same dice. It's not 2 different dice. And one of the image, 15 is here, second image, 15 is here. So there's no change for 15. And here, this case, it's 12 and 16. This case is 16 and 14. So ultimately, you know what, if dice is holded like this, on the top, if it is 15, that doesn't change. Only thing, the dice is rotated. So 12 disappeared. And 16 here. Now, what happened? 12 is turned and 12 is backside. 12 is in the back side, right? So 12 is at the back side. Now 16 came to the position of 12. Well, 12 was here. Now 16 came to that position. So just one rotation. One rotation. What is this direction? Towards the left. And well, now 14 is appeared. So 14 seems to be at the front of the dice. And backside, which number is that? Because this 12 is turned and 12 is at the backside. So 12 and 14 are opposite to each other. Apart from that, you can apply certain rules in this area. There are like major 3 rules. One of the rule is, if these two numbers are exact same, the numbers appear at any one of the face. So this case it's a top face and this case it's a top face. So that number is exactly same. And in that case, you know what? I'll make some slight changes here. Instead of like 12, we have some other number. Let's say we have, we can take 12 and 16 for this dice, and we can take some other number for this dice. So here it's 12 and 16, and here like common number we keep exactly as it is. Here you take it as what, maybe 13, and here you take it as what, 11. So instead of 16 and 14, what do you have? 13 and 11. So when you look at these two dice, you see there is only one common number. What is that common number? 15. And in this case it is 12 and 16, in this case 15, then 13 and 11. So only one common number when you look at the both images. So what you see from here is 15 is adjacent to 12, 15 is adjacent to 16. And 15 is adjacent to 13, 15 is adjacent to 11. So 15 cannot be opposite to 11, 15 cannot be opposite to 12, 15 cannot be opposite to 13, 15 cannot be opposite to 16. This situation, the only number which can be opposite to 15 is 14. So this is one of the rule, it's rule number 1. And we'll take a look at the second rule here. Second rule, okay, let me get rid of these numbers here. Second rule, this is what? So we have 15, 15 here, and 16, we have 16 here. So there are two numbers common, and 15 and 16, 15 and 16. It's not necessary that both numbers are exact at the same position. 15 is at the same position, but 16, in this case, 16 is here. In this case, 16 is on a different face. So the face on which the 16 appears is different from picture number 1 to picture number 2. That's not an issue. If two numbers are common, what the rule says, the third number on the first image and the third number on the second image, that means 12 and 14 are going to be opposite. So 12 is going to be opposite of 14, 14 is going to be opposite of 12. So what is the question? Which face is opposite to the one showing 12? One showing 12 is what? 14. So the answer 14 right here. So the answer choice 14. All right, next one. This is what? If A denotes plus, B denotes multiplication, C denotes minus, and D denotes divided by, then what will come in the place of 41, C, 29, A, etc.? Take a quick look at this question. Spend 20 seconds. So post this video, spend 20 seconds, try to get the answer. Once you get the answer, or after 20 seconds, you can start playing the video again. Again, when it comes to trial and error, what you have to do is what? I mean, these kind of questions, the only option what you have is trial and error. So 41, 41 and C. C is what? C in this case minus 41, minus 29. A is plus what? 38. B is multiplication into 3. Then D division 19. Then A plus, A is plus 61, and C. C is what? C is given us what? Negative or minus, then 17. That's equal to what? That's a question. So here, you know what? answer is asked here. So that means you just apply the BODMAS here, you get the answer. You don't need to check with each and every answer choice. You try it once, you get the answer. Okay, how do we try this? 41 minus 29, 38 into 3. So here we can take it as single block. 38 into 3 divided by 19. Well, 38 and 19, so what to get? 2 into 3, what? 6. So this part you get 6. And well, 41, 29, 61 and 17. So we can take it either way you want. Either 41 and 61, you can add it together, 102, then minus 29 and 17, so that 30 plus 16 is 46. So 102, plus 6 and minus 46. That's what it is. So you can take it as 108 minus 46. 108 minus 46, how much is that? 108 minus 6? 102. 102 minus 40? 62. Well, the answer right here, 62. Done. Simple question. When you compare with the question what we had the previous, this means what was that question? When you compare with this question is much more time consuming because you have to look at each and every possibility until you get the answer. But this case, you know what, the question we have done right now, this question here, you have to just do one operation. One operation means that single operation has different possibilities like minus, plus, multiplication, or anyhow, it's just one equation, you get the answer. Okay, next one, question number 9. Select the option that is related to the third term in the same way as the second term related to the first term, and the sixth term is related to the fifth term. Okay, pretty much we take it this way. So 25 and 4, there is some kind of a relation. 64 and there is a question mark here, so we need to find the answer there. And 225 and 14. So 225 and 14. So we have to look at these two. There is a pattern for these two pairs. So based on that pattern, you need to find the answer here. Okay, so what is the pattern here? Take a look at that. 25, this is 4. Well, we know that this is 5 square. This is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, so 5 square. And how about 225? That's 15 square. This is 14. So 14 plus 1, it's 15. So this is a square of 15. So if that is the case, this is 64. 64 is what? 8 square. So that is 7 plus 1, the square, right? So 7 must be here. So 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 square. 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 square. 14 plus 1 is 15, 15 square. Done. So the answer is what? 7. Simple question. Next one. Number 10. Which of the following numbers will replace the question mark in the given series? We have 569, 526, 483, 440, 397. So what is the peculiarity of these numbers? Let's try this. 569, 526, 483, 440, 397. What's the next number? So different ways of looking at this question. Okay, so what I see right here, 526. 529 is a square, perfect square, so that is 23 square, 529. So it is 23 square minus 3. 483, that is 28 square, 22 square, it's 484, so minus 1. And 440, that's again 21 square is 441, 21 square minus 1. And 397, is there any square near to that? Of course, 20 square minus 3. 20 square is 400, 400 minus 3. So this is 23 square minus 3, 22 square minus 1, 21 square minus 1. So this is 20, 21, 22, 23. How about this 24? 24 square is 576, right? 576 minus how much? 7. So 24 square minus 7, 23 square minus 3, 22 square minus 1, 21 square minus 1, 20 square minus 3. Well, we are not really getting any clear pattern here. It's 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Next one could be 19. So 19 square, we are getting that part, but minus how much? So, well, in this case it was minus 7. This case it's minus 3. This is minus 1. This is minus 1. This is minus 3. Can we say that it's 19 square minus 1 is the pattern? Not sure. What 19 square is 361. 361 minus 1 is 360. We don't have such an answer here. Then 19 square is 361. 361, how about we take 3, minus 3. So 361 minus 3 is 5, 358, right? 358 is not here. And again, so the pattern, this case, if you come across these type of questions, the pattern is not really clear. I'm pretty sure at least some of you have the answer by this time. So look at this, 5, 69 and 526, you take the difference. 526 and 483, so this difference is minus 43. This case, 526 minus 483. Well, after 500 we have 26. Before like 500 we have 83 plus 17, right? So 26 plus 17, 26 plus 10, 36 plus 7, 43. Again 43 is the difference. And 483 and 440, pretty easy to find the difference, 43. And this 440 and 397, again 43 is the difference. So pretty simple question that way. So 43, 43, 43, 43. So if you see that correct pattern, you know what question is going to be pretty easy? Less time consuming. So here we tried that pattern. We haven't reached anywhere, right? We couldn't reach any of the specific patterns. So we tried another pattern. Okay, ultimately this is 397 minus 43. 397 minus 43, 57 minus 3, 354. Right here the answer. So that's the correct answer, 354. Question number 11. In a certain code language, so it's a coding decoding question. Fleece is written as E-F-C-L-E-E. So fleece. So when you look at the code, here we have one F, one L, 3 E and 1 C, right? So look at the code. We have one F, one C, one L and 3 E's. However, the position of those letters are different from the word fleece. So it is pretty much a rearrangement type question. Coding decoding, but it's a rearrangement. It's slightly different from the other type of patterns, right? So how do we do it? Let's look at the position of those letters in the code. So E and F, the first two letters are E and F. And then C and L, C and L. Where that C and L come from? And then we have what? E and E, E and E. When you look at this fleece and E, F, C, L, E, E, you know what, the pattern may not be that clear. The reason for that, we have 3 E's here. So which E? This E is here or this E is here, this E is here, that's a bit confusing. So we'll go for overcoat as well, overcoat. Overcoat. Overcoat is called as what? T-O-A-V. T-O-A-V and O-E-C-R, O-E-C-R. Again, all the letters in the overcoat like O-V-E-R, O-V-E-R and coat, C-O-A-T, C-O-A-T, all these letters are here in the code. Only thing, it's a rearrangement. So let's look at these letters here. So here we have O and this is T-O and here it's T. So we have only one T. So the last letter is first. and this is O. Which O? Is it like this O or this O here? So we'll consider that later. Now look at the next two letters. It is A and V. So A is the second last letter and V is the second letter. So A and V are here. Then O and E. O is right here and third last letter, and this is E is the third letter. Okay, so ultimately we see that pattern. Last letter and the first letter, second last letter and the second letter, third last and third letter, fourth last and fourth letter. That's a pattern. If you apply that similar pattern here with what? Mitten. Okay, so we'll try mitten. M-I-T-T-E-N. Mitten. So what do you do? What we do? The last letter first, N, and the first letter second, N-M. Then second last letter and the second letter. So, well, E-I. Then we have this T and T, T-T. So it's going to be T-T at the end, so this is not going to be the answer. So N-M-E-I-T-T, N-M-E-I-T-T, that is the answer. So second answer choice. Now try this. Select the correct combination of mathematical signs to replace the signs and to balance the given equation. That is something similar to we have done earlier. So here we have the symbols given and different answer choices. That means we have to do it for each answer choice. There is no shortcut. Let's try this. 31, 29. So first answer choice. We'll take the first answer choice, 31, and this is plus 31 plus 29, and here it's multiplication, then 43, then we have equal to, that is 85, and then last one is minus 5. So for which answer choice we'll get both sides equal. So here 85 minus 5 is 80. Look at the left hand side, it's 29 and 43. 29 and 43, approximately you can take it as 43 and 30. So it is 1200, above 1200, right? So it's not going to be equal at all. So first answer choice is out. It's not going to be the case. Now we'll take a look at second answer choice. Second answer choice, again we'll start from what, 31. I'll go for a different colors, 31, and this is plus 31 plus 29, and this is minus 43, and here it's equal to what, 85, and this is divided by 5. So 85 divided by 5 is what, 17. So when you solve the left hand side, are we get that 17? That is what we are looking at. So 31 and 29, how much is that? 60. 60 minus 43, that's 17. So 17 is going to equal to 17. So second answer choice is correct, perfectly right. If second choice is correct, then don't look at third and fourth. Don't waste your time on that. So we already have the answer. Next one, number 13. In which letter cluster will replace the question mark to complete the given series? So this is pretty much what letter series type question. So how do we deal with letter series? Let's take the first letters of each case. So Z and P, Z, P, and F, V, and what is the next letter of the first letter of the answer? So Z is 26, right? So position value of Z is what, 26. P is 16. F is 6. So it is what, 26 minus 10 is 16. 16 minus 10 is F, that is 6. 6 minus V. 6 minus 10 must be V. 6, you know what, the position value of F, you can take it as either 6 or it is 26 plus 6. Second loop, 26 plus 6. That's 32. So 32 minus 10 is 22. This is correct, 22. And the first letter of the answer is going to be 22 minus 10. So here the pattern, see that 26 minus 10 is 16, 16 minus 10 is 6. So it is the same pattern. So this is going to be L, 22 minus 10, that is L. So first letter of the answer is going to be L. So there are two answers starting from L. So ultimately answer choice A and B cannot be the correct answers. Now look at the second letter. Second letter, we pick a different color for it. So F, here it's Y, here it is R, and in this case it is K. Position values. Let's write down the position values for these letters. 6, this is 25, and this is 18, and this is 11. So 6 plus how much is 25? 6 plus 19 is 25, right? Or 19 plus 6 is 25. Then 25 and 48. How well? 18. 25 and 18, the best thing what you can do here, you know what? Give the position value for this R from the second loop. From the second loop, R is going to be 26 plus 18. 26, first loop up to 26, then it is 26 plus 18 is going to be the position value of R in the second loop. So 26 plus 18, how much is that? That is 44. So, well, R is what? 44. Either 18 or 44. In this case, 25 plus how much is 44? 6 plus 19 is 25. 25 plus 19 is 44. Perfectly all right. So, if that is the case, if you follow that pattern, then look at that K. What is the position value of K in the second loop? Second loop, the position value of K is 26 plus 11. 26 plus 11, how much? That is 37. However, that 37 is less than 44. This seems like a ascending order, right? So we go for the position value of K in the third loop. In the third loop, it is going to be what? First loop up to 26. Z is up to 26. Second loop, Z is up to 52. And third loop is going to be what? 52 plus 11. 52 plus 11, how much is that? 52 plus 11. So 63. So 44, and here if it is 63, 44 and 63, that difference is 19, right? Okay, so that's a pattern. Here the difference is 19, 25 and 44, the difference is 19. 44 plus 19 is 63, so ultimately 63 plus 19. Or you can take it as 11 plus 19, doesn't matter. 11 plus 19, how much is that? 30. 30 is what? 30th letter, 30, 30th letter. 26 is Z. So 30 means Z. That is 26. So 30th means, well, 26 plus 4, so 4th letter. So 30th letter is going to be the 4th letter. Which is the 4th letter? D. So LD, there is only one answer choice with L and D, right? This answer choice is LC. That is not going to be the answer. So the answer is LDIO. We got the answer. So that is how we check the letter series. A paper is folded and cut as shown. How will it appear when unfolded? So it is pretty much a paper cutting type question. So here is a square piece of paper and it is shown as it is folded like this. So that means the bottom part of the paper is folded towards the upper side. Okay, so I'll show you that what exactly happening here. So look at this is the piece of paper, the square paper. So it is folded like this. The bottom part, see that the bottom part is folded upwards, and you get this shape, right? So from this shape, the right hand side is folded towards the left. So this is the right hand side, that part is folded towards the left. So now we have what? How many layers? 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. That is what exactly happened here. Now look at the third picture. So there are 3 holes put on that paper, plus some of the corners are cut as well. So which are the corners cut? So this corner is cut, this corner is cut, and this corner is cut, but this corner is not really cut out. So look at the corners first. These corners are cut this way. So something like this. And next corner, this corner is cut as well. See, this corner is cut. Now we have this corner. This is cut. Now, when we open it, what kind of a shape you can expect? Well, we need to have some holes on this, right? 3 holes. Actually, we have round holes in this picture. When I make it, it is not really going to be a perfect round, but anyway, we will make 3 holes. 1 and 2, second one here. Even though it's just paper, after 3-4 layers, it's really thick. Pretty hard to, pierce it. Especially when it is photocopy paper with the quality, it's pretty hard to pierce after 3-4 layers added on top of it. Okay, so that's pretty much what second hole is cut. So we have 2 holes, something like this. Okay, so we have 1 more hole to be cut. So this is what all the 3 holes are cut. Now just visualize when we open it, what is going to be the answer? Which of the image is going to appear on this paper? This paper resembles which of the image? Is it like this one here, this one here? This first one is not going to be the answer anyhow, because only 2 holes or 2 holes each, so that is going to be the answer. Here, in this case, we have 3 holes. Here we have 3 holes. Here we have 3 holes. Now, what we have to do look at this picture here. When the corner is cut, okay, of course, this corner would be like this, and this corner would be like this as well. So, this case, that corner looks exactly same as well. Then, how about that center part? Center part, this part is cut, right? So, when you open it, this is going to be like what? It's going to be, when you open it, it's going to be like this way, right? So, if that is the case, which is going to be the answer here? Is it this one or is it this one? So, let's open it now. See, it looks like what? Which of the image? Second answer choose. Exactly. So, well, this is just for you to get an idea. How do we visualize these questions? And exam point of view, it is not practical to take a piece of paper and cut it in the exam hall. So, try to visualize it. And look at the simple tricks or simple clues here for getting the correct answer. Okay, so let's go for next question. Select the option that is related to fifth term in the same way as the second term is related to the first and the fourth term is related to the third. So first and second are related and third and fourth are related, so we need to find the last case, last pair. So 9 and 270. So 9 and 270, what is the connection? 15 and 450, what is the connection? And 12, 13 and what? So first of all, what is the relation between this 9 and 270, 15 and 450? So, well, 9 and this is 27. 9 into 3 is 27. So, it's pretty much 9 is multiplied by 30. 30. And about 15 and 450. So, 15 into 3 is 45. So, 15 is multiplied by 30. And now 13. So, if it is 30, this is 30, then this must be multiplied by 30 as well. So, 13 into 3, that is 339, and we have a 0. So, 390 is the answer. 390. That's a straightforward question. And what we are looking for is next question. Okay, this is interesting. That is figure partition and counting. So we have a square, a large square here that is partitioned into smaller pieces, and we have different shapes. Some of them are squares, some of them are, looks like what, this is another square or looks like a rhombus as well. Okay, since all the sides are equal and this is, you know what, the angles are 90, so it is square rather than a rhombus. And here it's a square, then we have a number of triangles as well. However, the question what we have is how many triangles are there in the given figure. So let's do a quick counting here. Let's mark whichever we count. So let's mark it this way: 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, and we have 5 here, 6, 7, this is another triangle, 8, 9, 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is there any other triangle we have missed? Not really, eh? Okay, fine. Then, apart from the 16, what else you have? Let me take another color for this. Alright, so apart from that, here we have another triangle. 1, well, this is 2. So already we have 16 plus this blue colored 2 of them. Then we have let me take another color, yellow. So then we'll take these two, 6 and 7 together, we have another triangle. Then 9 and 10 together, we have another triangle. So we have 2 more. So 16 plus 4 is what? 20. Is there any other triangle we have missed out? Alright, I'm pretty sure you have noticed it, right? There are more triangles here. We'll take a look at this. Look at this. Let me take another color. Otherwise, it would be confusing for you. Alright, so this way. Oh, that's already been taken, right? Oh, okay. So these are the triangles. Interesting. Those large ones we just missed out. here it is. So already we have 20. So we have what? 21, 22, 23, 24. So ultimately what? 24 triangles. Or, well, let's do this counting the other way. So you can do that counting the other way. Other way means you can start from the center. Start from the center. So how do we do it? Similar thing. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, so far 20. Now we have to take those triangles exactly as we have taken earlier. So these are the ones. This is a triangle. That means this half of it. 10, 5, 11, 1, 4, 9. All these pieces together. So another one we have here. This is what? This is another triangle. 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 12. So we have 2 more triangles. So far 22. Then what we have is, we'll take a different color. So let me go for what? Yellow color, right? So yellow color, when we take this is going to be 11 and 12 together. 11 counted separate, 12 counted separate. But 11 and 12 together, we have 1 more triangle. And 8 and 9 together, we have 1 more triangle. So 2 more triangles apart from that 22. So ultimately 24. So the answer is what? 24. All right, let's look at the next question. Here the answer we have 24. Here question number 17. So looks like a straightforward question. Select the option that represents the correct order. Well, 2 times the correct order is given there. So ignore it. Just 1 time is good. So select the option that represents the correct order of the given words as they would appear in English dictionary. So this is what it is. So select the option that represents the correct order of the given words as they would appear in English dictionary. So vantage, wherefore, uplift, various, variety, valor, right? So which is the first word? So it is pretty much the first letters are U, W and V. So anyhow, at a glance we can see that this is going to be the first one. So how many answer choices starting from 3? 1, 2, 3 answer choices. So this is not going to be the answer. So after U, next letter is going to be V, right? So we have vantage, we have various, we have variety, we have valor. So which is going to be? So you can ignore V and A because all these words, the first 2 letters are VA. Then you can look at the third letter. Third letter here it's N. Third letter here is R. Third letter here is R. Third letter here is L. So valor is the second word. So 3, 6. So how many answer choices with 3, 6? Well, C and A. So B cannot be the answer. Now we looked at 3 letters, right? Now look at the 4th letter. So here it is the, okay. So before that, again, 3rd letter, we have completed that. L, we haven't completed that. So after L, we have to go for, here it's RR and here it's N. So N is before R. So, well, 3, 6, 1. 3, 6, 1, the first answer choice. Done. Number 18. In a certain code language. So you probably have noticed this set of questions, right? Many of the questions are from coding decoding. It may happen in the actual exam as well. Sometimes you may have more questions from coding decoding. Sometimes you may have more questions from number series. Sometimes you may have some of the sets you may have more questions from blood relations. Those kind of things may happen. So in a certain code language, computer is written as RETUCOMP. So all the letters in computer are in the word. So how it is coded? Let's take a look at that. RETUCOMP. So this is what computer. The first four letters COMP, it's right here, COMP. And the last four letters UTER, what happened to UTER? Well, UTER is reversed, RETU. So it's reversed. So that's a coding method used. How about like laptop? That's a similar way or it's a different? Let's check it out. Laptop. For computer, there are 8 letters. For laptop, it is 6 letters. So this computer, the word computer is divided into 2. Let's check it out whether the laptop is divided into 2. Let's try that. Laptop. So according to this pattern, you know what? The first half of the laptop, what is it? Lap. So lap is here. And top, top, that is reversed and placed at the first position. So top is reversed, port. So POT, lap. So port, lap, correct. So that means bottle must be coded exactly in the same way. So how this bottle is coded? Let's look at it. Bottle. Bottle, if it is coded using the exact same way, the first 3 letters, BOT. So it must be like here, BOT. And the last 3 letters, TLE, must be reversed, ELT. ELT. So ultimately, ELT, BOT. ELT, BOT. ELT, BOT, the first answer choice. That's the answer. So again, straightforward question, coding decoding question. You can get the answer within 20 seconds, 25 seconds. That's good enough. Number 19. Which of the following numbers will replace the question mark in the given series? Alright, so here 14, 14, 12, 36, 32, 160. And we have a question mark. So what is the pattern here? We need to find which number replaces the question mark. So let's find the pattern. 14, 14, 12, 36, 32 and 160. So 14 and 14, so what is it actually? 14 plus 0 is 14, right? So plus 0. And 14 and 12, it's what? Minus 2. 12 and 36, what is it? 24. 12 plus 24 is 36. 36 and 32, it's minus 4. Then 32 and 160, how much is that? 128, right? So 128. So it's 0, minus 2, 24, 4, 128. Do we see any kind of pattern here? Not really. So what we are supposed to do here, we may look at that question from a different angle. I'm pretty sure at least some of you have seen that pattern, a different pattern here. So here is it. 14 into 1 is 14, right? Then 14 and 12. 14 minus 2 is 12. Now 12 into 3 is 36. So 36 minus 4 is 32. and well, it is into 1, into 3, next one here it's alternate ones into 1, into 3, into 5. So 32 into 5, 30 into 5, 150, 2 into 5 is 10, so 32 into 5 is 160. Up to here it's perfectly all right. So into 1, minus 2, into 3, minus 4, into 5, next one must be minus 6. So 160 minus 6, that's 154, done. Simple question. Right, question number 20. Question number 20, this is what? 3 statements are given followed by 3 conclusions numbered 1, 2 and 3. Assuming the statements to be true, even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts, decide which of the conclusions logically follows from the statement. So this is one of the common direction which is given for deductions or syllogism questions. So it's pretty much what? Deductions or syllogism questions. So if it is deduction or syllogism question, what we are supposed to do? We have to make a basic diagram first using the statements. Probably you remember in the discussions, that means previous discussions, we had similar type of questions. If anybody haven't seen those videos, I want you to take a look at that, especially the first discussion on CUET paper. The first discussion, I have given some basics of the deductions and syllogism. All right, so let's try this. Let's draw the basic diagram. So basic diagram, all from using the statements. All books are copies. All books are copies. Copies. And no copy is a pen. So that's a no statement. We will draw the diagram for no statement at the end. Before that, we go for third statement. Some erasers are books, some erasers are books. So here it's books, we have erasers as well. Some erasers are books and all books are copies. Now the second statement, no copy is a pen. So this is copy, no copy is a pen. So I draw this arrow, space arrow, to indicate that pen cannot intersect with the copy. The reason for that, no copy is pen. So there is a space arrow between copy and pen. So these two circles, copy circle and pen circle, cannot intersect. Now once you ready with the basic diagram is the diagram with the minimum intersection. So this is the diagram with the minimum intersection. Now look at conclusions. First conclusion, some copies are erasers. Some copies, look at that copy, this is the copy circle. Let me draw that copy circle with a different color as well. So this is copy circle, see that? This is a copy circle in blue color now. So this copy circle is intersecting with what? Erasers. So some copies are erasers, it's correct. So it is valid for the basic diagram. A positive conclusion, this is a positive conclusion, this is valid for the basic diagram means that conclusion follows. What you need to find out, which of the conclusions logically follows. So first conclusion logically follows. And second conclusion, some pens are books. Some pens are books. There is no intersection between pen and book. So some pens are books. It is what? It is invalid. So a positive conclusion, invalid for the basic diagram, doesn't follow. Now last one, third conclusion, no eraser is a pen. Okay, so let's look at that. No eraser is a pen. Let me write that here. No eraser is a pen. So here it's pen, it's a eraser. No eraser is pen. When you look at the diagram, it is valid actually. It is valid for the basic diagram. So let me write it down. So it's valid. A negative conclusion, a positive conclusion, if it is valid, then the conclusion follows. In this case, it's a negative conclusion. If negative conclusion valid, do you remember what we have discussed earlier? A negative conclusion valid means we have to negate that conclusion. This is what the third conclusion. So we have to negate it. Negate means a negative conclusion. When you negate it, that becomes a positive conclusion. So this is a no type. When the no type is negated, that becomes what? Some. So this is a standard format. No, when you negate it, that always becomes some. It's called logical negation. It is not exactly the literary negation what we use in English language. This is slightly different. Logical negation for a no statement or no conclusion, the logical negation is some. Okay, so what is the conclusion? Some. Some erasers are pens. So what we have done here, a negative conclusion which is valid, we negated it. Some erasers are pens. So after negating it, so this step is called negation. After negation, the next thing what we have to do is we need to draw a new diagram. This is a basic diagram. We have to draw a new diagram using this negated conclusion. So what's a negated conclusion? Some erasers are pens. So we are going to draw a diagram. Eraser and pen. Some erasers are pens. At the same time, when you look at the basic diagram, we have two more things, books and copies. Eraser and pen, that's two items. It's already in this new diagram. Now we have to bring two more items. What are they? Book and copy. So what's the peculiarity of book? Book is intersected with erasers. So we need to draw it in such a way that book must be intersecting with the erasers. So let me draw it. Book is intersecting with erasers. It is not necessary that book is intersecting with the pens. So what is next? Well, books are inside the copy. So all books are copies. So we have to draw that as well. So all books are what? Copies. So this is the new diagram. And why this new diagram looks different from the basic diagram? The reason for that, the new diagram is drawn based on the negated conclusion. Right? So this new diagram exists or not? We need to check with the statements. Look at the statements. All books are copies. All books are copies. That's correct. There is no contradiction. No copy is a pen. See that? Copy and pen. Copy is not intersecting with the pen. So no copy is a pen. That is perfectly all right for this diagram. And some erasers are books. So third conclusion. Look at the statement. Third statement. So we are comparing this new diagram with the statements. First statement, all books are copies. Second statement, no copy is a pen. That's correct. And third statement, some erasers are books. Some erasers are books. Yes, erasers are intersecting with the books. So this new diagram doesn't contradict the given statements. So that case, new diagram exists. If the new diagram exists, new diagram is drawn based on the negated conclusion. So negated conclusion is valid. If negated conclusion is valid for the new diagram, then original conclusion is just opposite of that. This is positive, this is negative, right? So if this is valid for the new diagram, then definitely, you know what, the original conclusion is going to be invalid for the new diagram. Invalid. What is it? No eraser is a pen. Invalid, because here some erasers are pens. It's possible. So that is invalid here. So ultimately, this conclusion This is valid for the basic diagram, however, it's invalid for the new diagram. If a conclusion follow the statements, then it must be valid for the basic diagram and it must be valid for the new diagram as well. So this case, it is valid for the basic diagram, however, it's invalid for the new diagram. It is not the new diagram, the original conclusion. The original conclusion must be valid for the basic diagram and it must be valid for the new diagram, then the conclusion follows. Here, this conclusion, original conclusion, it is valid for the basic diagram, however, it is invalid for the new diagram. So that means it doesn't follow. Ultimately, the answer is what? It doesn't follow. So, what we have here, the answer, look at this. Only conclusion, one follows. The answer, only conclusion, one follows. Done. Question number 21. It's pretty straightforward question. Select the option that is related to the fifth word in the same way as the second word related to the first word. So, first and second words are related, second and third are related, and the similar way, the fifth one and first and second, third and fourth, and fifth and sixth must be related. So, what is it? Here it is nut and bolt. It must be T. I believe it is T, nut and bolt. Nut and bolt, and the wrench is a tool. Wrench is a tool which used to operate this nut and bolt. Wrench. Have you seen the wrench in the hands of like the plumbers, all those people? So it is a tool similar to this. I'm pretty sure you must have seen this. It's something like an F. So this is called pipe wrench. So there are like some kind of grip here. See, this is what it is. So this is a wrench, especially the pipe wrench. So nut and bolt is operated with a wrench. A wrench is a tool used for operating this nut and bolt. And the screw, definitely it is screwdriver, right? And the nail, which kind of a tool is used on nail? Is it like scissors, or is pliers, or is it like hammer, or is it axe? You know what? The nail and hammer, it is pretty much complementary pair. Everybody knows that. If it is a nail, definitely we use what? Hammer to operate, or just, hammer that nail into a wall or any kind of wood piece or whatever it is. So, the answer is what? Hammer. Number 22. In a certain code language, as we have discussed earlier, this set of questions, we have a number of questions from coding decoding. Alright, so grade is called as 2015-187. Okay, so what is it? Let's take a look at grade. It is called as what? 2015-187. or 2015187. Next one, work is called as 11181523. Work is called as 11181523. So what is it? 1523. Okay, so what is it? Now, you know what? This kind of questions, the first thing I take here is the position values. So G is 7, R is what? 18, this is 5, this is 1, this is 20. Now at a glance you can see that The last letter is T. So the first code is 20. And we have A. A is 1. So 1 is here. Then we have 5 here. So 5 is here. Then we have R. R is 18. 18 is here. And then we have G. That's 7 here. That's it. So now look at this work. Work W. This is 23. This is 15. This is 18. This is 11. So 11 going to be the first one. And then we have 18. Yeah, right here. Then we have 15. 15 is here. And W23. 23 is here. So if you use the same method, well, you don't need to try this going because it's going to be the same pattern. Now we have to try that well, W-E-L-L. Well. Well, L is going to be the last letter, so code for L, what is it? 12. Position value is 12. And one more L, so it's 12, 12. Then E is what? 5. Then W is 23. So 12, 12, 5, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. So last answer choice is correct. So answer choice D. Study the given pattern carefully and select the number that can replace the question mark. So here we have a table given 86, 72, 158. 98, 111, 209. So what kind of a pattern? So 86, 72, 158. Well, 86 plus 2, 88. 88 plus 70, that's 158. Oh, well, 86 plus 72 is 158. Good. How about second row? Is it like 98 plus 111? So, well, 98 make it as 100. Take that 2 from here. So, it is 109. 109 plus 100. That is 209. Perfectly all right. So, that means a simple pattern. So, let's try 76 and 65. 75 and 65, is it 1? That's 140. 140, then we have one more. So, 141 is the answer. So, answer choice C. 141. So, we have done with that. So, it's question number 23. We have 2 more questions to go. 3 statements are given followed by 3 conclusions numbered 1, 2 and 3. Assuming that the statements to be true even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Decide which of the conclusions logically follow from the statements. So it's deduction question. All pencils are erasers, all sharpeners are erasers, all compasses are sharpeners. Let's draw the basic diagram. All pencils are erasers. All pencils are erasers. All sharpeners are erasers. All sharpeners. These are the sharpeners. At the same time, all compasses are sharpeners. All compasses are inside sharpeners. So we draw the compass inside that. All compasses are sharpeners. So basic diagram is completed. Now look at the conclusion number 1. All compasses are erasers. All compasses are erasers. Look at that. All compasses, are they erasers? Yes, because all compasses are inside the eraser circle. All compasses are erasers is valid. If a positive conclusion valid for the basic diagram, so it follows. Perfectly all right. Now some compasses are pencils. Some compasses, are they pencils? Well, there is no intersection between compass and pencil. So a positive conclusion invalid for the basic diagram, so it doesn't follow. Now, number 3, some erasers are compass. Some erasers are compass. Is it? Well, all compasses, they are inside erasers. So naturally, we know that, or obviously we can see that some of the erasers are what? Compasses. Because this is eraser circle and compasses are inside eraser circle. So some of the erasers which comes in this area, they are compasses. So some of the erasers are compasses. Well, it is valid, so it follows. So positive conclusion. It is valid for a basic diagram, so it follows. So ultimately, conclusions 1 and 3 follow. Conclusions 1 and 3. So answer choice A. Only 1 and 3 follow. Done. So this question is better than, or it's easier than the previous deduction question, correct? Because the previous question we had a negative conclusion. These are all positive conclusions. It is easy for you to deal with the positive conclusions rather than negative conclusions. So be aware of that. Number 25. Select the combination of letters when sequentially placed in blanks of the given series will complete the series. So let's look at which are the letters missing here. So we have to take that answer choice based on what kind of letters are missing here. And once you plug those answer choices here, correct answer choice here, this will become what? Some kind of a series. So there is a pattern. So ultimately this is what? A letter series question. So let's take a look at that. A, B, Z, and then a blank space. Then we have P, A, B, then a blank space. Then we have a K. Then the other letters are like P, A, B, X, K. Then a blank space again. A, B. Something is missing. K, P. Is there any kind of pattern you see here? So A, B, Z up to P. Then A, B, something is missing. K, P. So you see this P here. After P there's A. So P is looks like an end of one section, right? So A, B, C, something missing P. A, B, something is missing, then K, P. Then A, B, Y, K. So probably P is missing here, then it is A, B. Then A, B, something is missing, K, P. See that? So we have to divide that into sectors. So first sector, second sector, and the third one, probably that P comes over here, right? Then AB, this is KP. So last part it is KP, KP, here it's KP, so it must be KP as well. Alright? So here it's K, so ABZ KP, here it is ABZ KP, could be. And here it is ABX. Why it is X? If it is, this is ABZ, this is ABZ, and this is ABX. So that means if it is Z and if it is X, this must be Y here, not Z. So ABZKP, ABYKP, ABXKP, and AB. So if it is in the descending order, after X, it must be W. ABWKP. So which are the letters missing? These are the yellow letters which are missing, right? So K, Y, P, W. So K, Y, P, W. That's the answer. Now what's the pattern you get? A, B, C, K, P, A, B, Y, K, P. So the only letter which changes here in this different sets is the letter here, the middle letter. Z here. Let me use another color for that. Okay, so Z here. And here it's Y, and here it's X, and here it's W. All other letters, the four other letters, A, B, K, P, A, B, K, P, A, B, K, P, A, B, K, P, exactly same. So we got a pattern, a clear pattern, and which are the letters give us that pattern? That is K, Y, P, W. K, Y, P, W. That's no other similar answer choice. So that's the best answer we can have. So ultimately, so we have done with questions. Of course, that's question number 26 is from, well, the numerical ability. So we have done the questions with logical reasoning area. 25 questions. I'm pretty sure this set is really interesting. When you look at the first set, second set, third set, when you go forward, each set is easier than the other set. That's a pattern we have seen. The first one was a bit challenging. Second one was easier than that. The third one is much more easy than that. So, well, still you may find one or two questions difficult. No need to be worried about it. Do the questions what you can do. That means pick the easy questions first. And if you have extra time towards the end, you can go for difficult questions. So whichever the questions easy for you to go with those questions. So it's my pleasure working with you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.